Hey, ladies and gentlemen, it is 1:30 in a few minutes. I apologize for the lateness, but we ran over in closed session. I will call the meeting back to order in open session. And President Habib, would you lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance?
Allegiance to the flag, United States of America, and to the republic which stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice.
Thank you. We have no actions to report out of closed session. With that, we'll move to public comments on open session. At this time, the public may address the Board of Trustees on any matter within the subject matter jurisdiction of the board that is not on the agenda. Public may address the Board of Trustees on each of the agenda items as those items are considered. Each speaker will be allowed a maximum of 5 minutes per topic. 20 minutes shall be the maximum time allotment for public speakers on any one subject, regardless of the number of speakers at any one board meeting. At the discretion of a majority of the board, these items may be extended. Each person who addresses the board must first be recognized by the presiding officer. Comments must be addressed to the board as a whole and not to individual members or district employees. The board and staff are not obligated to comment on or respond to or address comments by the public. At the opening of the meeting, names and agenda items were taken for public comments. Are there any additional members of the public who wish to make comments? Please state your name and the item you wish to address. With that, we will move to those who have submitted. We have, America Nino Rodriguez is who I have first. No? Russ Allred. There you go. Russ, you're up.
Thank you. First, I want to commend the board. I've recently visited Bakersfield College, the campus, and you've done a wonderful job on that campus. It's just beautiful. And it makes me proud to be a citizen here in Bakersfield. It'll be a legacy for many decades. So good job for that. Unfortunately, we're human and sometimes we do make mistakes. Today, I'd like to talk to you about a mistake I think the board has made, and I hope you'll give me the consideration of just my personal affiliation with Dr. Matthew Garrett. I met Matt probably 8 years ago, just prior to the 2016 election. And he was trying to convince me he did not like Donald Trump. And I don't like Donald Trump either. I think he's brash and he's, just an unpleasant person. Anyway, Matt was trying to convince me to vote for Bernie Sanders. Now, as a business person, you may know me in this town. I wrote a business column for the Californian. I lectured here at BC and at Cal State Bakersfield in business. I just didn't think a socialist was a good, mix as a president of the United States. So we had a conflict of opinion, the two of us. But Matt went on to tell me how he had researched and listened to his talks and read up on him and where his positions on various legislations and how he voted. Matt had a different opinion of me, but I respected him for his scholarly approach to the opinion that he had. He researched it, he waited it out. And I appreciate that. I'm sure because that is why he was originally hired, because he is a scholar and he weighs his opinions as best he can with the facts that he has. I have also been with Matt. I signed up as a member of the Bakersfield College Chamber Singers, and we toured Italy. And Matt was accompanied his wife on that trip. And because she was busy with the choir, oftentimes he was kind of fell into a leadership role. Very stressful to get to 60 college students and their chaperones through security, international air flights, the customs, ground transportation, all of the stuff that you have to go through to move that many people through an entire country. in a foreign country and with foreign language. And Matt was always calm. He always represented this institution with dignity. He never demeaned anybody, none of the students. And our students are in the choir are as diverse as all, Bakersfield College. Never heard him demean anybody, talk down to them. He was just helpful. He was a gentleman. I've introduced myself a little bit, but something you may not know about me is I was a lay minister in South Central Los Angeles. We had a diverse congregation. I have sat with, comforted a family at the Martin Luther King Jr. Hospital as they were in a waiting room, and they just had heard that their 17-year-old son had been killed in a gang shooting. I have sat with an African-American woman holding her hand as she waited for a diagnosis, which she thought would be cancer. I have visited the home of an African-American family and saw the bullet holes in their walls. I have very little patience for bigots. Matthew Garrett is not a bigot. One of my other interactions with Matt is I attended a Sunday school class that he was teaching, and he is a historian. And he brought his knowledge as a historian into the biblical story. I thought that was very interesting. And I appreciated his devotion to God. I also appreciate his devotion to his wife. You may not know, but she has leukemia. She suffered with this for some 28 years. He married her despite the knowledge that she might die anytime in 28 years. Matthew is devoted and faithful to his wife, Jennifer Garrett, and their 3 little girls. Matthew would never do anything to insult or embarrass those people. I've been in locker room situations with Matt Garrett, just the guys. I've never heard him tell an off-color story. I've never heard him repeat any titillating information. I honestly don't think I have ever heard him use a cuss word. Matt is a moral person. His employer has accused him of being immoral and a bigot. And I testify to you here today, those are lies. I know this. This may be a little, what's the word, extraneous. But by driving out Matt Garrett, you also lose a local treasure. Dr. Jennifer Garrett has made beautiful music for this community, taken our local kids and built them up and helped them to reach in and find their talents. Not just here in Bakersfield, but around Southern California, and not just here in California, but on 3 continents. She has spread a fame and notoriety for this institution in many countries that I've been to with her. And it's a terrible loss. It's a terrible loss. And I think it is built on lies and innuendo. I think it was a mistake to fire Dr. Matthew Garrett, but I also think it's a mistake that can be corrected. Having spoken with him, I know he is open to that. And I hope you will consider the fact that you may have made a mistake and that mistake can be corrected. And I appreciate your consideration.
Thank you for your comments.
Any questions for me? Any questions?
No. You don't comment back. Thank you. Anyone else in the public wishing to address the board? Ask the board. San Marika.
Yes, I'm America.
Okay.
So good afternoon, Interim Chancellor Burke, President Aguilar, and members of the board. My name is America Nino Rodriguez, and I'm speaking on behalf of the Campaign for College Opportunity and the Dolores Huerta Foundation today. We would like to thank the district leaders, the board, and every Kern Community College campus for your commitment to closing equity gaps in student success across the district. In particular, the college reports on item 17E highlight intentional progress in increasing enrollment and success for our most vulnerable students. The goals your campus has set for the next few years are promising, especially as the region and state continue to recover from the challenges of the pandemic. Particularly promising in each college report is the thoughtful look at campus level data and the clear strategic outline of core evidence-based tactics intended to enroll, retain, and support students in their college journey. Of highlight are 3 points. 1, intentional reporting on associate degree for transfer completion and completion of transfer level math and English courses, with the goals to increase success for students in each of these categories over the next few years. 2, as all college reports include goals to increase outcomes for students on ADT, the explicit callouts of retaining students near the gate of transfer and supporting them to cross that finish line. 3, we also appreciate your alignment with Chancellor Christian's Vision 2030 goals of ensuring equity and student success, access, and support, as well as the specific outcomes and metrics highlighted in that vision. As your colleges work towards their goals in implementing equitable placement and completion and the associate degree for transfer, we look forward to seeing the bold tactics outlined in practice and view the selection of the next leader of the district being a key opportunity to see these goals in action. As the search process begins for the next chancellor, we thank you for the intentional outline of ideal leadership characteristics and see this as a strong basis for the selection process. In particular, and relevant to serving students in the Valley, is the call for a leader who values diversity, equity, and inclusion, and has a record of intersegmental and intentional community collaboration, powerful characteristics that we know can be difficult to measure. We can ensure the next chancellor meets the many qualifications outlined by seeking a leader who has a proven track record of closing equity gaps for our underrepresented student populations and who has the bold vision to see to fruition the ambitious goals and tactics outlined in your college reports. Particularly important is a track record of successfully implementing key system-wide policies like guided pathways, dual enrollment, equitable placement and completion policy, and the associate degree for transfer, with the focus on supporting Black, Latinx, and low-income students. With the chancellor search underway, we hope to engage with you all as a community partner and ally in the work of supporting our students in reaching their college goals. Kern Community College District has made strong strides in recovering from pandemic-induced enrollment declines and challenges with student retention and success. We know bold leadership is needed now more than ever, and we look forward to seeing what is next for Kern and the greater Central Valley region. Thank you for your leadership.
Thank you for your comment. Anyone else wishing to address the board at this time? Seeing none, we'll move on to preliminary items. A, approval of the consent items. Business services other than construction, agenda items 10A through 10G. Business services construction, agenda items 12A through 12PPP. Educational service agenda items 14A through 14D. Human resources agenda items 16A through 16B. Chair would entertain a motion for approval. I have a motion.
Trustee Corkins, I'd like to recuse myself. The consent agenda, as there's an item on there related to the county of Kern.
So you'll abstain. Okay. I have a motion. Do I have a second? Second. Second. Any discussion? All those in favor of the motion signify by saying aye. Aye. Those opposed? One abstention, so noted by Trustee Shribman. Item B, approval of the minutes of regular board meeting of June 1, 2023. Is there a motion? A motion? Is there a second? Second. Second. Any discussion? All in favor of the motion signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Item C is approval of the minutes of the special board meeting of June 26, 2023. Is there a motion? Motion, is there a second?
Second.
And a second. Any discussion? All in favor of the motion signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Item D, approval of the minutes, special board meeting of June 30, 2023. Is there a motion? Have a motion?
Second.
Have a second? Any discussion? All in favor of the motion signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Item E is correspondence to the Board of Trustees and Communications. Chancellor.
Yes, we received several communications. One from Ms. Julie Lawwater, Ms. Josephine Reed, T. Long, and we received an item, anonymous item as well, relating to existing litigation, as well as potential litigation.
Okay, thank you. Any questions? Very good. We'll move to item F, which is the second reading and approval of the Saracosa Community College Cybersecurity Technology Bachelor of Science proposal. As in the packet, this requires recommended for approval, would require a vote to approve today. Is there a motion to approve?
Make that motion.
I have a motion. Is there a second? Is there any discussion on the motion? All those in favor of the motion signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Item G, approval of the revised 2023-2024 board trustee calendar meetings. The revised board trustee calendar meetings for 23-24 is presented to the board approval at this meeting. Specific revisions include proposed changes to the May 2023 meeting from Thursday to May 2nd, 2023. We just already had that. That's a Wednesday, May 1st, 2023, and then proposed addition regular meeting Thursday, June 27, 2024.
Motion to approve.
Motion, is there a second?
Second.
Go ahead.
I have a problem with September 14th.
I think you, pointed that out to us.
I also had found that there was some. If we want to go ahead and approve this as is and resolve those issues.
Trustee Scrivener, I think.
Okay. Do it at that time. Any other comments? All those in favor of the motion to approve the calendar as presented signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Hearing none. Passes. We'll move to business services approval. Other than construction, item 9A. Approval to declare the Portable College listed items as surplus property. These items are no longer required for the school purposes and are surplus property per Education Code Section 81450. The district will sell said property to surplus auction management per Education Code Section 81452. The items are valued at $500. Is there a motion?
Second.
Motion. Is there a second?
Second.
Second. We have a motion and a second to approve. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Item B is adoption of a resolution authorizing Kern Community College District representatives to acquire surplus property through the auspices of the California State Agency for Surplus Property. Is there a motion to approve? So moved. Is there a second? Second. This is a roll call vote. Jennifer?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. Thank you. We'll move to item 11, business services, approval of construction items. Item A is authorization of the chief financial officer to enter into a work authorization between the Kern Community College District on behalf of Bakersfield College and McMurtry Lentz Inc. for the Bakersfield College Swing Space Ag Project. Term is from June 1, 2023 through October 31, 2023. Cost to the district is not to exceed $268,457 to be paid by MJ 100 Local Capital Outlay Fund. Is there a motion to approve?
Motion to approve.
I have a motion. Second. I have a second. And discussion, trustee Meek.
Is this project one?
No. I think this was preliminary to the funding for the ag project that was on that approval. portion.
The programs within the current building have to be relocated in order to tear down and build it. This is
Any other comments or questions? All in favor of the motion signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Hearing none, the motion passes. Item B, authorization for the chief financial officer to execute a revised work authorization between Kern Community College District on behalf of Portable College and Teeter Architects for the Portable College Multicultural and Interactive Garden Project. The term is per the master agreement. The revised amount increases the original work authorization by $280,325 from $9,450 for a total cost to the district not to exceed $289,775 to be paid by PC 102 capital outlay funds. Is there a motion to approve? Motion, is there a second?
Second.
Second, any discussion on the motion?
a question.
Sure.
Huge disparity there. What even?
It takes it from 280 to 289, 94.50. Mike?
Actually, it's the other way around. It takes it from.
Okay,
So initially, we entered in a contract for $9,000 to do some preliminary
oh,
work
that's right.
to go out to solicit some funding from outside. We were able to get that funding. Now that the funding's come in, we need to do the plans to full conclusion, and this is the amount of funding that's going to take to get us through.
So that's why it's out of PC 102 capital outlay.
That is correct. That's why it's not a measured rate. It's
Not
not being
out of-
funded out of our bond.
Makes sense. Any other comments? All those in favor of the motion signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Hearing none. We've done business service consent. Item 13 would be educational services approval. Item A, authorization of the chief financial officer to enter into an agreement between the Kern Community College District on behalf of Portable College and the Foundation of California Community Colleges for timely care. Term is from July 1, 2023 through June 30, 2024. Total cost of the district is $167,135 to be paid from RP 388 restricted grant funds. Is there a motion to approve?
Motion to approve.
A motion.
Second.
Have a second. Any discussion on the motion? All those in favor of the motion signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Hearing none, the motion passes. Item B is authorization for the chief financial officer to enter into an educational agreement between the Kern Community College District on behalf of Portable Community College and the State of California Department of General Services, Portable Developmental Center, PDC, for funding to support the psychiatric technician program. Term is from July 1, 2023 through June 30, 2024. The amount payable to the district is not to exceed $191,492 to be deposited into RP 527 restricted program funds. Is there a motion to approve?
So moved.
A motion, is there a second? Second. Any discussion on the motion? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Hearing none, it passes. We'll move on to item C. Item C is authorization for the chief financial officer to accept a grant agreement between the Kern Community College District on behalf of Portable College and the California Academic Partnership Program for the project entitled Guided Pathway Alignment Project Extension Phase 3. Term is from July 1, 2023 through June 30, 2026. Total amount payable to the district is $150,000 to be deposited into RP 662 Restricted Grant Fund. Is there a motion to approve this?
Motion to approve.
I have a motion. I have a second. Any discussion on the motion? All those in favor of the motion signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion passes. Item D, authorization for the chief financial officer to enter into a purchase agreement between the Kern Community College District on behalf of Bakersfield College and FL Simulators Incorporated to purchase forklift simulators for certified forklift training supporting the safety and logistics program. The cost to the district is $432,976.53 to be paid from RP 040 Restricted Program Fund. Is there a motion to approve? I have a motion. Is there a second?
Okay.
Any discussion on the motion?
These are simulators, not actual forklift.
Yeah, I kind of wondered that too. Somebody know what those are? Steve, you know what that is? Okay,
Maintain.
yes, you do.
Chancellor. Anthony Cordova is here. Budget. Like more.
Anthony? We have a question on the floor. Are these real forklifts or are they simulators?
So define what a simulator.
There's a combination of both sit down and stand up simulators. So the sit down is it models the forklift situation in a VR virtual reality environment, and you've got this interactive where you got all the controls and functionality of the forklift without the risk and the hazards of actually engaging the student in an environment with an actual machine.
So how many simulators can we buy for this?
We are purchasing 4 sit down simulators and 6 stand up.
Oh, that's 10. Okay. Says to buy about 4 forklifts. So
Correct.
that'd be about it. Kyle, did that answer your question? Okay. Thank you.
No worries. Thank you.
Any other discussion on this? If not, we've got a motion and a second. All in favor of the vote or of the motion signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Hearing none, the motion passes. We'll move to item E. Authorization for the chief financial officer to enter into an amendment number 1 to a contract between the Kern Community College District as the fiscal agent for the Central Valley Motherlode Regional Consortium and Job Seeker to extend the subscription services for the 3rd year. Term is July 1, 2023 to June 30, 2024. Cost to the district is $394,722 to be paid from RP 676 restricted program funds. Is there a motion?
Motion to approve.
Second.
Motion and a second. Any discussion? All in favor of the motion signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion passes. Okay, we move to item 16, ad hoc committee reports. Board Finance and Audit Committee, Trustee Meek.
Okay, we met on July 27th. The items covered included review of the COP investment, polling results for Measure G&J funding project update, and what is it?
Any questions, comments? Item B, student success with equity committee report to the board. Trustee Carter.
Student Success and Equity Committee met on Monday, July 31st, 2020. After the church. In addition, they reviewed and discussed outcomes, fees, and data for the 3 colleges, and finally aggregated longitudinal enrollment report is attached and 1.5. Thankful to be working with Star on this. They're pretty amazing. Fighting that charge. Good job.
Any questions or comments? Thank you. We'll move to general reports. Facility report links are available to you. Any questions you may have on those? Seeing none, we'll move to faculty reports. He's on vacation. Classified report. Go ahead, come on up, come on up. Took the time to be here. We'd like to hear from you.
Real quick. Hi, I'm Erica Menchaca. I'm the Academic Senate President for Bakersfield College. I submitted a written report, so to save time. So thank you.
Classified reports. Management Association reports.
Good afternoon, trustees, Madam Chancellor. My name is Bonita Steele, I'm director, I'm the program director here at the district. I'm also the president of the Management Association. And so I have filed a report with the board today, so I'll just do a few remarks. I won't read the entire thing, but I did want to take a moment to once again thank Chancellor Burke for keynoting our symposium. It was most appreciated, and I think the attendees were very pleased to hear from you that day. We did have our elections, and I would like to recognize Chad Houck, who is in the audience today. Chad is our incoming vice president. Susan Hubble is continuing as our treasurer. Dan Hall will continue as a representative, and we have some new members joining us, like Jessica Kalmacher from Saracoso. And we have the remaining continuing board members, Jasmine Panonis from Porterville, Beatrice Lecone from the district, and Kathy Jacob, also from the district, Frank Ramirez from Porterville, Leo Ocampo and Jennifer Achan from Bakersfield College, and Catherine Bachman from Saracoso. I do want to call out special thank you to Ashley Wagner Ward, who for her leadership and her support during the symposium. She really has contributed a lot in the last couple of years. We have done some really exciting lunch and learns last year, and we're looking forward to doing 3 or 4 in the upcoming year. And I will move on to the best part of my report to the Board of Trustees, and that is the announcement of the Manager of the Month. This month, for August 2023, we're recognizing Jerry Harris, a budget analyst for Bakersfield College. He has exceeded his supervisor's expectations by reconciling over 125,000 transactions related to her funding. And I'm sure that that was most appreciated on his campus. He is also a veteran and has deep experience as a property manager and in the lodging industry. In addition, he has served in county government in Kern, Tulare, and San Luis Obispo, so quite the resume. And Jennifer Achan, the Executive Director of Financial Aid and Scholarships, really appreciates his work on her team. And I will make sure to find him on his campus and thank him personally for his work and present to him his certificate of Manager of the Month and this very nice portfolio that all of our Managers of the Month get. We are excited. We're looking forward to a great new year. And I want to thank you all in advance for the support that you give our managers across the district and to the association. So thank you.
Thank you. College reports.
The new mic. Good afternoon. Can you hear me? Trustee Corkins, Chancellor Burke, trustees. It's great to be here as we mark the beginning of the fall semester. I will provide you just with a couple of highlights from the summer and a brief summary of the SCFF Strategies and Tactics report. Our PC administrators and staff have been tirelessly engaged in the regular duties while also actively participating in various student-focused activities, particularly centered in student registration and onboarding processes. Summer has not slowed us down. It has been a very busy couple of months, also for our faculty, in particular, those who have been engaged in the educational master plan work and in the Summer Jumpstart Academies, as you can see featured in a couple of the stories in the PC update. I would like to thank Chancellor Burke for the district-wide retreat that we held last week. Together with our colleagues in the district, the presidents and their teams, we had robust conversations around the 22-23 strategies and results. Both know provided us with updated data and a valuable tool that help us be more intentional and efficient with our projections and strategies for next year. As a result, you have our updated FCFS reports. I'll give you a brief summary. During the last academic year, dedicated enrollment strategies led to a significant 15% increase in FCS enrollment compared to prior years. I'm bragging, yes. Special admit and dual enrollment programs were instrumental in driving this growth. And this year, we will continue with initiatives that are yielding positive results, enhancing student engagement, improving success, persistence levels. PC continues to be committed to promoting educational equity, forming partnerships across educational segments and industries, and tailoring teaching methods for diverse non-traditional students. Areas of particular emphasis for the coming year include inmate education and non-credit offerings that support adult learners. As we navigate the path ahead, we are steadfast in addressing the challenges stemming from the pandemic-related enrollment declines. This will certainly impact graduation figures. In response, we are intensifying our efforts to facilitate smoother transitions for our students through enhanced collaboration with the CSUs and the UCs. In closing, I want to extend my heartfelt appreciation to my dedicated executive team for their tireless efforts. They have been instrumental in driving these initiatives that have translated into equitable opportunities and outcomes for our PC students. I am confident that KCCD collective endeavors will continue to foster a vibrant educational environment conducive to student success. That concludes my report. Thank you. Any questions?
Thank you. Any questions?
All right, good afternoon, Vice President Corkins, fellow trustees, Chancellor Burke. First and foremost, thank you for approving the cybersecurity technology baccalaureate program for Saracosa. We're really excited to submit that for approval next month. You have our Saracosa's reports. I'd like to highlight a number of items from the two reports. So first from the Howler, in June, we broke ground on the outdoor physical education outdoor sports complex, which is funded through Measure J. We anticipate a completion date of June 2025. So that's really exciting. We have a soft launch of our 50th year celebrations at our upcoming Saracosa Rocks. That's on August 17th. There are a number of events planned throughout the year, culminating in our 50th commencement ceremony. So hope to have as many of you there as possible. The board also has our revised enrollment student success with equity targets and tactics document that President Habib just mentioned and as was the result of the Chancellor retreat. So thank you, Chancellor Burke. I'd like to highlight a few of our ongoing efforts around early college to begin with. Just last spring, we grew early college by nearly 51% from the previous spring. Huge. We have set a goal for the coming year of 31%, which we think is attainable. So things are really moving along in the dual and concurrent enrollment area. Incarcerated student education program, you're all well aware that we got hit with the closures. We lost one of the prisons and one of the biggest yard at CCI in Tehachapi. That said, we anticipate losing about 31%. If we get our 31% dual enrollment, that levels that out. And then we're also seeing a lot of traditional adult education students coming back or re-engaging with the college. And right now it shows that we're up 33% from this point last year. Now we're cautiously optimistic, as you heard, there's a lot of financial aid fraud taking place right now, but still 33%, you take out the financial aid fraud, we should easily make that 6 or 7% target that we're looking to help with the district on meeting and probably exceed that. So a lot of great things happening. The approval of the return on investment that was brought up earlier today that all of you approved a year or so ago has really been a large part of our success in this efforts because we focused on portable classrooms for the incarcerated student education program, which is now critical given the circumstances. And we look to recapture the students we lost once those are all put into place at the institution. Those are scheduled for delivery soon to the prison. And then we've just got to get the grounds set up to install them in the various yards. So just want to thank you for having approved that in our outreach efforts. It's evident that we're bringing our students back to our campus. And so just a lot of great things happening and looking forward to the coming year. And that concludes my report. Any questions?
Thank you.
So good afternoon, Vice President Corkins and Board of Trustees and Chancellor Burke. It's good to be able to provide you with an update on Bakersfield College this afternoon. You have the board report that summarized some of the activities over the last 2 months. The campus has been very active and we're planning for the fall semester. I would like to focus on highlighting some of the events and opportunities for you to engage in with our campus. And I will share these dates with Jennifer. We have our opening day celebration, August the 17th from 8 to 1 p.m. And we are going to welcome our faculty, our students, our student leaders, our staff. And we're going to just launch our fall semester off with a very inspirational morning. And so we're looking forward to that. On August the 29th at 9 a.m., we will be hosting the ribbon cutting for the Basic Needs Center. It's really exciting to walk into that center and see where students can just basically get basic necessities, food, frozen food items, and it's a real opportunity for our students to get connected and meet some of those needs. And on August 31st at 9 a.m., we will be hosting the Veterans Memorial Ribbon Cutting Ceremony on campus, and many of you have already been invited to that. I would like to just do an update on one of our programs, and that's Bridge to BC. I would just like to give a shout out to Kimberly Bly for another successful Bridge to BC program. It's our first year experience program highlighting first-time freshman students, and they can come on campus, interact with BC faculty. And believe it or not, we started this cohort in 2014 with 160 students. Last year, we served over 2,500 students. And this year, I believe we will surpass 3,000 students. So I want to give a shout out to Kimberly Bly. In terms of our athletics, we're going to be having our BC Athletics Media Day on Tuesday, August the 15th from 8 to 12 p.m. on the main campus. And if you know anything about BC Athletics, football is key. And so we would like to invite you to that. I will be making sure we promote our athletics program at our opening day ceremonies. Just a couple of more things. Our foundation had their BC Alumni Celebration, the second annual BC Alumni Hall of Fame celebration in June. And I want to thank Chancellor Burke, Trustee Jimenez, and also Trustee Abelard for attending. And the second annual event netted more than $20,000. And so we're very thankful for that. So looking ahead, the board is looking for opportunities to put together student workshops in financial management and job search skills. On the targets and tactics, I would like to just let you know, BC is doing extremely well with our numbers. We pretty much have recovered from the pandemic, but I would like to just emphasize that we will continue to focus on our dual enrollment and our incarcerated programs. Our numbers are amazing. Our first-time freshman students, this year it's up 27%. So almost 30% of our students who are coming to us for the first time, they're really excited about coming to Bakersfield College. And so there's a likelihood that we will exceed the 6%, but we will stay focused on meeting the needs of our community. I would like to just close and say thank you to my two colleagues, President Hancock and President Habib, for welcoming me to their campus. I spent the day at Porterville College. I spent the day at Cerro Coastal College last month, and we talked about how all three colleges can collaborate, work together, partnership. And so I just want the board to know that interdistrict collaboration is alive and well in our district. And last, I would like to just introduce our newest member of the executive team, and that is our you. I think you're there. Raise your hand. There you go. And Calvin is our Vice President of Finance and Administrative Services, and he has significant experience. He is a former captain in the U.S. Army, a diplomat with the U.S. Department of State, and a program officer for the United Nations. So I want to thank you for joining our team, and I want to thank our CFO, Mike, for providing the leadership, launching him and helping him get onboarded at Bakersfield College. And thank you for doing 2 jobs. So hopefully now you can pass the torch and support Calvin from the district office. So I want to thank you for helping and welcome Calvin to our team. And that concludes my report.
Thank you. Any questions? Comments? Very good. Chancellor, your report.
I have a brief report this afternoon. The Kern Community College District received an award from the Association of Community College Trustees, the Pacific Region Award, and we were recognized for our efforts in diversity. All of those of you that have contributed to those efforts and making them successful, we are beginning to be recognized for your work. Colleges, thank you. District office, thank you. Congratulations to Mr. Harris for being named Manager of the Month. Congratulations. I got an opportunity, the CRO group invited me to go along with them to the site visit at the National Renewable Laboratory in Colorado. It was an awesome experience. That's the way I can summarize it. It's essentially a college campus, and it's all kinds of demonstration project and research on alternative renewable energy. And I came away from that visit, especially we got an opportunity to talk to the leadership of NREL as well, and introducing ourselves to each other because we'll be working together in the future. I can tell you with confidence that based on what I've seen, there's significant hope of turning the tide on the adverse effect of climate change. Came away from that trip just very, very enthused, extremely enthused about the fact that we would be working with them here in our area, doing demonstration projects as well, to help move our area forward with enhancing renewable energy initiative. So thank you to the CRO group for allowing me to tag along with them. It was a great experience. I also got the opportunity to go down to the 2030 Vision 2030 presentation on the climate change component of that initiative. Chancellor Christian was there and other members of the Chancellor's office. We had many representatives from our district as well. And it's pretty exciting what she was outlining. I've indicated to many of us, we have already embarked on many of the projects she was outlining in the district. Move forward with. We're a little bit ahead of everybody else. I also want to thank the colleges for participating, making the Chancellor's Retreat very fruitful and productive. I think we have set some goals and we're moving forward with goals set by the board. Working together, we will achieving those goals. I'd like to thank Saracoso for inviting me to the groundbreaking of the new athletic facility. We were joined by a special guest, President Emeriti, Jill Board, also was given the opportunity to participate, which is good. I related to everybody that when I was Chancellor before, every time I visited Saracoso, Jill would take me out to that new facility was going to be built. So he wanted to keep that in front of me. She's quite happy that. Also, thank you, Bakersfield College, for allowing me to participate in the Hall of Fame event. Great, 5 wonderful individuals, former alumnus of the college being recognized. And then finally, I'll conclude. I will be departing for Ireland tomorrow. And then from there, I'll be moving on visits in Greece and Turkey. So for the next, until September 3rd, Deputy Chancellor Databoy and Chief Financial Officer Mike Giacomini will be running the district in my absence. So presidents have committed to me. No events at the college. So, anyway, that concludes.
Thank you. Trustee reports. We'll start with our student trustee, Guzman.
Thank you. First of all, I'd like to appreciate the Kern College District as well as the board for allowing me to go to the trustee workshop. I was there over the weekend. It took place in Riverside from the August 4th through the 5th. And it was a wonderful experience because it really brought me close to other previous trustees that have served at the board, as well as previous chancellors, to kind of see like a little bit input, more like close one-on-one, type of thing as to what you do. And that really understanding more of the process. Other updates that I have as well is I've made contact with Saracoso President SGA, as well as the Porterville colleges, and they have their welcome days happening. Saracoso will be August 17th. They have a welcome day for during that day. And Porterville will be celebrating on August 8th. That would be a Friday. I'm contemplating to attend the Porterville, the 17th, have prior commitment here at the BC. But looking forward to possibly going out to their campus. And furthermore, we do have an SGA retreat, which is semi-annually. We go once every semester, and that will be taking place this Thursday. So we're all going to be coming over to the Saracoso campus. So we're really looking forward to that as well.
Thank you. Trustee Schroeder.
Quickly, I just want to commend Bakersfield College for their amazing production of The Addams Family. I had the privilege of attending their closing production, and it was outstanding. I was at the Pantages on Sunday to see Les Miserables, and I'm dragging my children down to see Phantom of the Opera next week. And so, as someone who really appreciates musical theater, I want to just say that I was searching for something to identify to prove that I was looking for something to critique, and I truly, it was an amazing show, amazing vocals. The orchestra was outstanding. The characterization, the costumes. It was something to be truly proud of. And so I just want to make sure that that gets back to that department. And I also want to applaud the 3 departments for working together and extending their year for summer program. So we could highlight the choral program, the drama program, and the orchestra. It was just really something to be proud of.
Thank you. Trustee Meek. Trustee Jimenez.
Thank you, Dr. Habib, for the invitation to the State of the College Breakfast. I think this is a fantastic idea. Maybe Bakersfield College and also can do something similar, because I feel that the district, we're moving a lot of great work across Bakersfield and the Coastal area. That would be a great idea for the members to attend and get more familiar with the wonderful work that we're doing in our district. And I'm super happy about our enrollment numbers. It looks and seems that we're close to meeting this % mark that we have, but let's also keep in mind that if there continues to be a need for classes, to make those additional classes available for the students. And that concludes my comments.
Thank you. Trustee Carter.
Just a couple quick things. I wanted to reiterate, we did have our meeting for student success, and I feel very honored to work with people there. We spoke briefly about sharing best practices, and I think that it's critical. When I first came to as a trustee for the college district, I was handed all these syllabuses by Andrew Serrano and instructed to read them all. And I did. I read them all. And the only thing that really caused me concern was there was a report in there from some company, I don't remember now, that had talked about, that was hired in to come in, and they found that there was a 40% distrust amongst the colleges. Colleges just didn't trust each other, 40%. Over the years now that I've been here and seen you guys working on this, I think that's just about gone, or hopefully it is gone. And we have a atmosphere that we can share best practice. We can work together openly and freely for the success of our students. And so I know BC said, you know, we're trying anything and everything, Inez did, to your student success. And so I asked, what are those things? Let's be specific. What are those darn things? So I hope the next time we have a meeting that those things will come forward. Again, I want to congratulate Vice Chancellor Anderson on the wonderful job he's doing there. Just over the top great. Second thing I wanted to talk quickly about, and I know you guys are way ahead of me on this, but yesterday I had, just out of the blue, the opportunity to go to the Reagan Library and took my grandkids, and it was the most wonderful day. And if you haven't seen that, you gotta go. I can't believe it's been all these years and I haven't went. I guess there's 13 of those presidential libraries across the United States, and 2 of them are within a stone's throw of us, Nixon and Reagan, Ronald Reagan. Ronald Reagan was definitely worth the seeing. So it's not real expensive.
Thank you.
Well, this past month, I had an opportunity to attend the California Community College Women's Trustees Board Retreat. And this is a shameless plug. We're co-sponsoring the welcome reception for Chancellor Christian. It's going to happen on August 29th in Sacramento. Just as all of us here are very proud of that step that she's taken. The Women's Caucus, where she was a founding member, is also very proud of her leadership. Also, the Community College League met in July, and I'm a representative on that board for our district, and focused on stabilizing funding. And as we come into this period of time here, where it looks like we may have a downturn in funding, we're very serious about advocating for stabilizing that, and then working with all of the districts in California to speak with their local legislators to educate them, because so many of the legislators right now are new in their roles. So they need to learn the importance of community colleges. So I'm encouraging you all to do that. And then financial aid reform, in light of how many adults, we're focused on returning adults, and they need to have the kind of support that allows them to come and take short-term training. So those are the 2 big items. And then I also attended the National Board of Trustees annual retreat. And it's always good when you're doing something, and frankly, other people aren't. So kudos for our enrollment numbers. So many of the colleges across California, not just California, but the nation, are struggling with enrollment. So much so that one trustee shared with me, they've cut their faculty by 1/3 because their enrollment just took a dive and they haven't been able to recover. So yay for us. And then a focus on federal funding there as well. So how can we make sure that people have the support that they need, the wraparound support to take advantage of the work that we have? That's it.
Thank you. We've had a long meeting today, so it doesn't seem like this afternoon, but we accomplished a lot this morning. I appreciated very much the SCFF reports that were sent by the colleges. It really gave an eye-opener on your enrollment and the direction we're going. President Hancock, I agree. Let's hope they support they stay up there because there is a lot of hacking and things going on. So we're hopeful of that. Trustee Gomez Heisberg points out financially, and Trustee Meek had to leave, but Finance Committee is spending a lot of time due diligence working with CFO Mike Giacomini on budget. The legislature decided to balance the budget on the backs of reducing funding from promise programs. The first time I think I'd ever seen it, Mike, where they took money away from us that they'd already given us. So they're not dumping into their reserves yet, but the economics for California don't look very good. We've been envisioning this for some time to come. We are well prepared to withstand the storm in the Kern Community College District. And that's as we speak, President Walker, about return on investment. That's because you've all been very diligent on your ROI, your educational return. Most people, I think, in our communities don't realize all the good we're doing. And I know the trustees expressed today the concern about we need to tell our story a little better and get it out into the general public. So I know Chancellor took heed to that along with Vice Chancellor Ali, and we're going to be looking at that in the future. With that, we thank you for attending and wish you a good rest of your day, and we are adjourned. Good trip.
Good luck. Thank you.
Yeah, I am.
Yeah. They've got a lot of great projects going on. Facilities. I'm going to stay focused on what I need. Call the other distraction. And they're always there. Get rid of one.